I'm going to do a message and it's simply titled Habits. Your habits are going to determine so much of what happens in your life. And we're going to learn about what habits are, how they are formed, and we are going to talk about how to break them and how to break bad habits and make good habits. And I'm trusting the power of God is going to break bad habits in our lives and things that have held us captive and control our lives and sabotage our lives will be broken. And each one of us is ruled by our habits or our customs. And sometimes we can also build habits that disadvantage us. So let's do some definitions. What is a habit or a custom? What is a habit or a custom? And I'm going to give you 3 indications of definition of a habit or a custom. The first is that a habit or a custom is a regular tendency or practice. It is the way you think, it is the way you do things. It's a regular tendency or a practice. For something to be a habit, there has to be regularity. It means that it happens over and over again. Secondly, a habit is something you are used to doing. It is not strange to you. It is familiar. You feel at home with it. As a matter of fact, many times you do it without being aware that you're doing it. A habit is something you're used to doing. Thirdly, a habit is an established pattern of behavior. It's an established pattern. It follows a certain pattern. There's a certain direction. There is a certain rhythm with which it happens in our lives. Now, these are nice, probably more sophisticated descriptions of a pattern or of a habit. A 6-year-old boy was asked to define habit, and I like his definition more than the top 3. And this is what the 6-year-old boy said. He says, you keep doing it and you try to stop, but you can't. You keep doing it and you try to stop, but you can't. That's habit. So you ask yourself, is there something I keep doing and I try to stop and I can't? That's a habit. Our habits determine how we respond to things happening around us. Interesting thing is that we are not born with habits. We learn them and they become a part of our lives. We're not born with them. It's something you learned deliberately or not deliberately. Maybe you saw it happening in other people's lives and then you picked it up and it became a part of your life and you just go on doing it. But you're not born with it. Sociologists and some other experts tell us that approximately 90% of what we do every day is governed by the habits in our lives. That's serious. 90% of what we do is governed by our habits. In other words, you do about 90% of what you do every day, you do them without thinking. It's a habit. The effect is that we probably only consciously do 10% of the things we do. But the majority of what you do every day, you do them without thinking. They have become a habit. Habits are very powerful. Now, if 90% of what you do them by habit, it means that much of your life is headed in a way that you have very little control over. Habits can be negative and they can be positive. And we all have them. Negative habits and positive habits. So what's a negative habit? Now you're going to find out whether you have a negative habit or not. Negative habit is something you find yourself doing even though it diminishes or destroys you. You find yourself doing it although it is destroying you. It is diminishing you. As a 6-year-old said, you keep doing it, you try to stop, but you can't. It undermines your best efforts. It undermines your best intentions. Many of the difficulties we contend with in life are products of negative habits. The sad part of it is that many times we are not even aware we have those habits because it's your nature, it's second nature to you. So person can have a great desire to do something, but everything they do seems to contradict the great desire they have. Negative habit that diminishes you, sabotages you. Could be several things. And I know when we talk about habits, people are thinking of the big ones, something like getting drunk. Yeah, that's a habit. Or smoking, or being on drugs. Those are habits. And sometimes they are even more complicated because they become addictions. Sometimes a habit can create a chemical dependency. And that's what alcoholism is about. It's a chemical dependency. When somebody takes in alcohol for a very long time, the chemicals in the alcohol take charge of their body and control them. So it's no longer just a habit. Now there is a new dimension of chemical dependency. That's what happens when a person smokes. That's why a person can look at a box of cigarette and see an advert on the box of cigarette that says smoking will kill you. It's right there in your face. It is not nuanced. It is not hidden. It's direct. Smoking will kill you. And yet he buys the cigarette. They are not stupid. They are not mad. But a habit, when it takes hold of you, and then if it is added by a chemical dependency, you need some extra help to break out of it. Help will come to you if you are desiring freedom, and you will break out of that. Negative habit is something you do routinely, something you do, it diminishes you, but you can't stop it. What is a positive habit? A positive habit is something you do routinely that enables you to live a more productive life. A positive habit is empowering. It supports your best intentions and helps you to achieve your objectives in life. Somebody has said that a habit is a useful servant, but a dangerous master. There are people who are habitually successful, and there are people who are habitually unsuccessful. Have you found people who almost everything they do succeeds? They start a business, it works. They start another business, it works. It looks like their life is everything is happening well for them. And sometimes we look at them and we say, you are lucky. It's not luck. Most of those people have built positive habits. Sometimes they are not even aware they have built those habits, because probably they were introduced to those habits unconsciously, either by their parents or by a friend or by an association or by a certain situation, and they built these habits into them, so automatically they produce success. And almost it seems as if everything they do seems to work. It's not luck. Most of it is habits, because 90% of what you're doing is habit directed. And yet you also find people who sometimes it seems as if nothing works for them, and we may think it's a spiritual, and yet there may be a spiritual dimension to it, but we also have to examine the habits. Now, because much of our lives are driven by habits, and because most times we are not conscious of our habits, we don't even know the things that sabotage us, and we keep producing them over and over again. The habits do not hide. Even when you are at risk, your habits will reveal themselves. And that's one of the things you're going to note about habits, that they won't hide. It will show up. That's why sometimes you can find a person whose marriage is being destroyed, and they know the marriage is at risk, but the habits destroying the marriage can't hide. They pray about it, they go for counseling, they do everything possible, but habits don't hide, even when there is a risk involved. Very powerful things. Habits decide your responses to challenges. But when you are faced with a challenge, you don't respond with intelligence. You respond with habit. Powerful. And the third thing we learn about habit, your habits determine the outcomes of your life. Your habits, which got you into trouble, have they been able to deliver you? is like somebody who has a habit of honesty, integrity, doesn't take a bribe. People can set him up, but the same habit will deliver him. Your habits determine the outcome of your life. Before you blame a witch, before you blame your husband, before you blame your wife, before you blame somebody else for your problems, look at the 90% of your habits and see whether where you are is where your habits have brought you. What habits have you acquired over time? What habits guide your life? What habits lead you?